media, for me, it's the same. I hate, but there is so much quality content, right?
Yeah, the challenge here is to find, like, it's to concentrate ourselves to find and focus on something because our brain is always trying to do something different and trying to catch our attention on that short content, like 10 seconds, 30 seconds, nothing more than that. All right, so let's talk about don't take it for granted. Really interesting topic to talk about. Let me introduce myself first of all. This is Leandro. I am 34 years old. Yeah, I live here in Santa Catarina, and I've been here for a while at Talk and Talk, like for I believe it's since 2023, so more than 2 years right now. And well, every Wednesday, 6 p.m. GMT3. I'm here talking with my friends. Today we have Lucas Brizola, which is also a host here at Talk and Talk. Do you remember when is your immersion or immersions? Can you refresh that information to us?
Sorry, my first immersion
No, no,
with
no.
you.
Your regular immersions. What
Oh,
what day is your immersions? I mean, it's on Mondays, Tuesdays.
sorry. My immersion is Friday, 8
Oh,
p.m.
Friday.
and
Oh,
Saturday, 2 p.m. Yeah.
okay. So Friday is hard to have quorum. I mean, everybody going out, trying to chill a little bit. Weekend is just beginning. All right. So, please, Lucas, can you introduce yourself and then answer the question, what does the expression "don't take it for granted" mean to you?
Okay. Hello, Leandro. Hello, YouTube. Good afternoon or good evening. I don't know. But come on. My name is Lucas Brizola, but call me Brizola. I am 29 years old and I'm from Sorocaba, is in countryside of São Paulo. I am single without kids, all the special company of my four-leg baby. In my free time, I enjoy watch movies in the series, listen to music, and I really like dance, especially for her in the techno brega. And I really like read books, especially suspense and horror, which are my favorite genres. I am passionate about cooking, especially creating new dessert recipes. Yesterday, I created a new dessert. Uh, uh, I forget. Uh, I forget they were create. I create pudding the broccolis.
Really?
Yeah, it's so nice.
But but why? Yeah.
But so creative, because estou experimentando my life more fitness. But
Ah, okay.
sometimes dá aquela vontade de comer aquele docinho. Daí I created. But I confess, it's so nice. I recommend. And let's continue. Professionally, I've been working recruitment and selection for over 10 years with a focus on technology. And in February of this year, I started studying English at TALKNTALK. I started for literally for scratch. And every day I'm moving closer to my main goal, become fluent and more confident. And complemented question number one. To me, the expression "don't take it for granted" means that we show that assuming something will always be there or that it will last forever. It's a reminder to appreciate what we have, whether it's people, opportunities, or even simple things in life, because we can lose then at any moment. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It's something like we have to, first of all, be grateful, right? and to value people, stuff, situations. It's something that we don't think or we don't feel something until we lose it. So it's really common to have this sense or don't paying attention to something that it's important to us, and we will realize the worst way, like when we lose it. And well, thank you, Lucas, for this first question. And I would like to move to the second question. Can you share an example of something you use it to take for granted but appreciate now? And I don't have an example, but I can mention a situation when we have our relatives near us or when we have people that we like near us and we don't enjoy their company as much as we can. So when they lose it, because we are living the cycle of life, I mean, to to be born, to grow, sometimes reproduce, and then the last chapter to die. And not only with people, but with our pets, or not only with lives, but with situations as well. When we enjoy some specific situation but we don't value the appropriate way, all of a sudden we lose it, and then we start appreciating and we regret for don't like we regret for take it for granted, right? Do you have any example or anything that you can mention in regards of the second question?
I think so. I use it to take my free time for granted. I always through I would have a time to rest, study, or spend the time with my family whenever I wanted. But as I grow older and started working the student more, I realized how valuable those peaceful moments really are. Now I truly appreciate simple things like having a calm weekend, cooking with my mom, or walking my dog. This small moment remember me that happiness is always about big achievements. Sometimes it's about slowing down and enjoying what's already around us.
You know what? You have mentioned something, and I just realized that when we are kids, during our childhood, we take for granted our situation because we don't know. We don't know the the happiness we are living in that moment because we want to grow as faster as we can. We want to be adults. We want to go out. I always wanted to work. I mean, to work, to drive, and now that I have to work, I have to drive. It's something like, oh, okay. So I took for granted in the past being a child and don't have a lot of responsibilities. And now I can appreciate with my son. I can tell him, hey, enjoy. Hey, little boy, enjoy. That's you only have to study a little bit, to play, to have fun. You don't have to worry about this adult stuff, these adult problems, adult routine. So enjoy the moment, right? So it's interesting to talk about it. Um,
And sorry, and today do you work remotely or not?
yeah,
I- I-
fortunately, I work from home.
Great. And do you think you can separate your schedule in a healthy way to the point of enjoy the small, most important things with your family and friends or not?
Just quit just remove the word healthy. But yes, I can I can't complain because have you ever heard the expression commute? Commute. Commute is when you have to go to work, like you have to take the bus or you have to take the train or walk or to take your car. this is a commute. So I don't have a commute. I can wake up 5 minutes before my shift starts. I can just brush my teeth, make my coffee, and I'm here. I'm working. So I don't take it for granted. I really like it, and I think I'm privileged, as a lot of people are as well. We have this privilege of being at home, don't face the challenges out there on the street, and we know that it's not that easy. I personally like going to the office, but not that often, like not every single day when it's raining, when it's cold, when you are ex feeling exhausted, not exhausted, but when you are tired, you know? So yeah, I can't complain. I can work at home in a good way. I can separate things. I have my own space here. It's awesome. It's perfect. So I don't take it for granted anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and why is it's difficult for you or not?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I can't complain. Of course, when you have when you are in the office, working in the office, and you have your colleague on your side on the next table, it's so much easier to share your experiences, to ask some help. But on the other hand, when you have to face a hard commute, like 1, 2, sometimes 3 hours just to you already got in the office exhausted, and you have your entire day. You have to manage your lunch, your snacks, and then you have to face the same issue going home or sometimes going to the college or some course, some school. And a lot of people do this with their kids as well. So I can't complain at all. I love my routine. Of course, it's not that easy. I have my challenges, but as I mentioned to you, I have more pros than cons in that situation. What about you?
Great. Great. For me, it has very difficult to have that discipline in depending on the situation because for example I work remotely too and it's difficult because you don't have that set time to start work, have lunch and then finish work, unlike you working in home office. There are moments when I say I don't know if you, but for me yes, uh, oh, I will get ahead on these tasks, and before I know it's already night, and it ends up become a cycle, no? For me, the same or not, or depend the situation on our tasks.
I see. I see. But on the other hand, I've been in the office and not being productive in the past. So what's the point? Like, um, we are grown ups, we are adults, and we know what we have to do. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes we are not feeling well. But when you are at home, you have more advantage than disadvantage, I would say, because you can go to the office and do nothing. Me still being um, I don't know if it unproductive exists, this word, I don't know, but you got my point. So yeah, it's hard. We have to be disciplined, but I believe it's worth. Like imagine if you have tomorrow, like you start your day 8 a.m. and you leave like if you live in a small city, right? But if you have to go to São Paulo, for example, it's a nightmare, like 2 or 3 hours of commute, and then you know what I mean? So we cannot complain at all. But of course, have you ever heard this expression that easy times uh make I forgot the expression, but easy times creates I forgot the opposite of strong. Let me check. I totally forgot. Do you know the opposite of strong? The opposite of strong. What is the opposite of strong? Weak. Weak.
Weak.
People. Weak. So easy times creates weak people. As as and on the other hand, hard times create strong people. So okay, yeah, I just have to turn on my computer and that's fine. And also we take for granted our rest moments because okay, I'm always here. You couldn't separate like being at home when you have to go to the office every single day. When you are home, you are resting, or at least you are relaxing, or forgetting a little bit, forgetting a little bit your job. But when you work at home, it's hard to separate things. It's hard to switch the key and then say, okay, I am resting now. So I understand your point, and I also understand that you usually took for granted, or you usually have taken for granted your rest time, but not anymore. Right now you are as I record as I recall, you have been you have been more grateful for your rest periods, right? Am I correct?
Oh my God, congratulations on your discipline.
No,
It's so
I'm not.
hard.
Yeah, it's hard, and I'm not perfect. I mean, sometimes I feel okay. I'm just staring the clock and hoping that the day finishes. But in other words, if we are doing that, we are just waiting for to die because we are supposed to work. We are supposed to do our course. So let's do it. Let's do it, and then the time will goes quick. As this expression, the time goes by quickly, as the guy in the video said.
Great. Today, I think I am more disciplined in that sense, but sometimes that I don't know English stalo my head. Oh my God, I think you get ahead on the task, but it ends up making things worse the next day in terms of lack of energy, you know.
Yeah.
But it's a part of life, right?
But it's a tricky situation because our
Yeah.
brain is always trying to avoid, always trying to save energy. So if you have the option of watch a series on Netflix or read a book, your brain will make the biggest effort to convince you to just sit on the couch and watch a series, right? Because you have to spend less energy. But that's why it's tricky. So sometimes we don't have to give a chance of choice. Like, okay, I'm going to do that, yes, or yes, there's no other option. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. So let's move forward. Um, Question number three. Do you mind to read and answer the question number three?
Yeah. Why do you think people often take small things in life for granted? Oh God, I think people often take small things in life for granted because they get used to them and starting seeing them as a normal or automatic when something is part of your daily routine, like I have in home, health, family, or even a sunny day. We stop not noticing how special it really is. Sometimes we only realize the value of toys small things when we lose them or when life changes. For example, when we move away from home, get sick, or lose someone important. So I believe human natural to focus more on what we don't have instead of appreciating what we already have. That's why practicing gratitude and the mindfulness help us pay attention to the little things that make life meaningful. Yeah, I think this will make sense for you. You said or not? You say,
No, actually, uh, I would say that I agree with you because I believe automatic is the word, and you have mentioned it. We are doing most of the things in the automatic, like routine. Also, routine is the word because even when it comes to relationships, when it comes to jobs, when it even something that we enjoy, like, oh, I really wanted to buy this car or to buy this bicycle. Oh, great. Now I have fulfilled my dream. I always dream it having this car. Okay, so you achieve it. In a few months, I guess you start, what if I have a different one, right? Because you get used to it. And it's, as you mentioned before, it's from human nature, something natural. So, and while you were answering this question, I was thinking, do you remember the last time you watched to the sky? Like, oh boy, how big is that environment where I am living right now? Okay, so observe the clouds, observe the blue sky, the sun, the rain approaching. We don't we don't enjoy these moments anymore. We are always walking down the street, looking through our smartphones or listening to something. We are not paying attention to the environment. But when you lose the sight, I mean, if you unfortunately become, um, I forgot, blind. Like if you lose that, you will miss that so much to see the colors, to see the nature, to see the people faces. But right now that we can see right now, we are always looking to our smartphone screens and you know what I mean, and social media. Come on, we don't leave anymore. We are always doing things in automatic. And that's why I think, and I agree with you, that people in general take for granted small things, simple life, simple things like enjoy. And I remember a quote or a phrase that says, healthy people want or have a lot of desires or wants a lot of things, while sick people just want one thing, to recover. You know what I mean? So, have you ever felt some kind of pain, like teeth pain or headache, something like that, backache, and then you remember, oh, you think, oh, how was good when I didn't have this pain. So right now I have this I am discomfort. I am living with discomfort of the pain. So I remember when I don't have it. So we were taking for granted when we feel good. And it's a small thing like, okay, I have the opportunity to wake up, I have a job, I have a family. So why don't I, am I taking for granted it, right? This is an interesting way of thinking. Okay, so question number four. Have you ever
So,
felt that some,
sorry. About you said social media. I
yeah,
compliment.
sure, sure.
Yeah, with I think I don't know if it makes sense, but I compliment. I don't know you understand me. I- with the social media, I think many people have started to lose their sense of purpose and forget what truly matters in life. Everything has become a race for attentions status and the easy money, like followers and the quickly success, seem more valuable than real effort or personal growth. People often compare. I think people often compare themselves to others, change a lot lifestyles that looks perfect online, but is empty in reality. This constant pressure can make life feel superficial and disconnected from real goals, relationships, and the values. I think it's important to use social media consciously, not as measure of worth, but as a tool to share knowledge, connect genuinely, and stay inspired by what truly matters. You make sense for you, you said, or not, about social
Totally,
media?
totally makes sense. But don't forget that this stuff, all these apps were designed to catch our attention 100% of time, or most as much as it can. So we are just consumers, kind of slaves of this technology. Like, I was in a restaurant a couple of days ago with my wife and kid, and I remember the the waitress carried the meal for a couple, and the first thing they have done was to take a picture. Why don't you enjoy your meal? You have the opportunity to enjoy a delicious meal, but it doesn't worth it's not worth unless you share on social media what are you doing right now. This is
Y-
nuts. I mean,
Yeah, or what is the Wi-Fi password?
yeah, like,
So com
but let's remember that this is something from human nature because do you remember when we didn't have internet yet? Let's say you and I are talking. We have met on the street. Oh, yeah, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah. So, and someone call you or call me. What we usually do. Hold on a second. Hey, how are you doing? Yes, we are changing the, how can I say? We are s- I don't know how to put this together, but we are literally saying you are less valuable than someone that is calling me, no matter who. It can be a store, it can be someone else, no matter what. We are avoiding physical interaction, like in that moment, we have the opportunity to interact in person with someone else, but we are saying, hey, wait a minute. Ah, yeah, no, this is wrong. This is totally wrong. And right now, we just have different tools to avoid in-person interactions, right? Sometimes I have the possibility to talk with anyone else. I mean, anybody that I want to talk, I can. Of course, there are some people that want to talk with me, but I have the technology, I have the tools. But sometimes I feel more lonely than if I was in a room with two or three people talking, just having a small talk or talking about something interesting. So this is nuts. I mean, we have a lot of technology. We are living like 2025, and with the distance of a click, we can talk in video. Like right now, I am in Santa Catarina. You are in a small city in São Paulo, and we are talking. We are spending more than 46 minutes talking in English. This is awesome, but I don't think we are making a great use of all this technology, all these possibilities, because we are putting aside all this human interaction, all these in-person interactions, and prioritizing virtual stuff. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, And I hate this moment. Like you said, you want to talk to someone, and that person ignores you, says, "Ah, just a minute," or gives you the finger. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course, there are situations and situations. Like if it's an emergency, if it's my mom, my wife calling me, probably something is happening. If my wife call and I'm talking with you, I will ask you a minute. Hey, is everything okay? Yeah, okay. So I'm calling you afterwards. I'm speaking right now. I'm talking with Lucas. So we talk afterwards, okay? That's it's a politely way because it's my wife. It's of course it's more important than you, but in regards of prioritizing, we have to prioritize in-person interactions. Do you agree?
yeah, yeah. I agree with you. I hate this moment. What if someone calls you but don't actually talk to you? Do make sense for you or not?
Yes, yes. Like, yeah, yeah. What? Can you repeat that? No, yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah,
Why did you got this, this calling? So makes no sense. So,
exactly. And oh, sorry,
no, no,
sorry.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
And another moment when you meet up with friends and everyone is on their phone is looking at their social media.
Nobody's there.
Yeah,
Nobody's really there.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you, but for me, I feel like the ugly duckling lying. Patinho feio. O que que eu tô fazendo?
But it's not you. It's anyone. It's anyone. Like you want to interact, but why have you left your house today? Have you have you prepared yourself to go out to interact and you are not interacting? So stay at home online. That's so much easier, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's becoming common, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But remember, it's not the tools. Of course, we have social media that are catching our attention so much more these days. But remember, in the past, regarding about the phone calls, so it's something related to the human nature, right? So we have like um 10 minutes. Yeah, sharp. We have 10 minutes left, and we have 7 questions. Let me choose a question, and then you can choose a different question to read and answer. Let me see. Plays a role avoiding taking. Yes. So question number 7. I would like to read and answer this question. Do you think gratitude plays a role in avoiding taking things for granted? Why or why not? And yes, I think gratitude is key to avoid taking things for granted because when it comes to human relationships, we have to be grateful. As this guy on the video that we have watched said, we have probably been built to be that son or to be that father or to be that spouse for someone else. So we have to take it for granted because you never knows the tomorrow. You don't know what the future. Remember one of the phrases that I have taken note, you don't know what the future holds. We are fine today, but tomorrow nobody knows. Nobody can predict. So this is something interesting that we have to take in account and appreciate, present, live today, because we only can live forward, I mean, from the present forward and understand backwards. This is another interesting expression that I have heard in this video. And so that's my point. So I believe that gratitude plays an important role in avoiding taking things for granted. Okay. Do you want
Yeah.
to answer this question or do we want to choose a different one?
Okay, 1 second.
But I'm sorry, I believe you was about to share something in this regard.
No, I believe so.
No?
No, no.
No? Okay. So this is the question number 7. If you want to choose a different one, read and answer. Feel free.
Okay. The last question I think is so interesting. Do I agree that we often take time for granted? How can you make a better use of it? Yes, I completely agree that we often take time for granted. We live as if you will. If you will always have later to rest, to say thank you, to spend the time with your family, or to follow a dream, but time is something we can never get back once is gone. To make a better use of it, we should learning to be more intentional with how we spend each day. That means setting priorities, saying no to what don't matter, and being fully present in what we here doing, it's I think it's also important to balance the productivity with rest, because using time well don't just mean doing more but living more meaningfully, yeah.
And in this regard, I remember someone said once about someone have done I don't know, let me translate it because I truly don't remember. Let me see. Uh, the word in Portuguese is parábola. Have you ever heard this word parabola?
Oh my,
Parábola
oh my
or
God, so hard this word.
ou em português ou analogia. Analogia. Yeah. And let me listen it. Analogy. So someone have done an analogy between time and money. So imagine that every single day you wake up with 1,440 reais in your account. And you have to spend it because when you are going to sleep, your balance is going to be zero. And the next day, you are going to have these again and again, the same amount of money. So it works that way with time. We have 1,440 minutes every single day. How are we spending it? Are we wasting all this money in an analogy with money and time, of course? But are we wasting? Are we investing? Are we spending? What are we doing with our time? And it's something like one day we won't have this new payment in the morning because our time has gone. But and and the magic is that we don't know the plot. Remember from the video? We don't know the plot. If we know our last day, our last day in the earth, I believe we were we were lose our minds. Like we were probably be crazy because all my time is coming. What can I do? But we don't know. Nobody knows. So that's I believe it's the magic of living. We don't know the plot, and we don't know what's gonna happen. I'm looking to my notes, and it allows to unexpected things to happen. So that's the magic. And that's it. I am 34 years old. I believe in 80 years being being there's an expression. Oh boy, today it's been hard. Let me translate it. Being optimistic. Jeez. Yeah, being optimistic. I don't have more than 50 or 60 years here in the earth. So everything that we think it's big right now, it's important, won't exist anymore in a couple of decades. So why don't we use this time? Why don't we appreciate? Why don't we avoid taking for granted? Why don't we value this time that we have left here? Because we don't know the future. We don't know what the future holds. So we have the opportunity to do something different or at least to enjoy, right? That's my point in that question. And yeah, I agree that we often take time for granted. Often. As you have mentioned in your case, like your rest time right now, you are so much more grateful and you are so much more organized that you use your time the best way you can. You spend time with your mom, cooking, creating new meals, new different meals, like broccoli stuff. Oh boy. Yeah. So I believe we are reaching the end. I mean, it was a really nice conversation. Right now, I'm a little bit reflexive about all this stuff. Living
Yeah,
is
for me the
not that
same.
easy. It's not that easy to live, right?
Yeah,
We have to be grateful no matter what happens to us. We have the opportunity, a new opportunity tomorrow to do different, to make something different. So I
yeah.
believe that's it.
I
All
really,
right.
uh, I really love this conversation. Thank you so much. And I think it's a very productivity and like you said, more reflective. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And don't forget that we have used English as a tool here.
Yeah.
We kind of forgot that we are learning, that we are practicing, and we are expressing ourselves more than 1 hour in English, just in English. We have said like one or two uh, Portuguese words, but that's fine. All right, Lucas, I really appreciate Brizola, I appreciate your participation here. Have a good one. See you next time.
Thank
Bye.
you.